All right, people. Welcome to the Black Box. So on today's episode, we'll be talking about Yahaya Bello and the EFCC and the latest developments following Yahaya Bello and the EFCC. I'm going to give you a recap of what has happened from the beginning of this journey up until date. Now, the saga involving former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, centers on allegation of massive corruption, primary money laundering, and fraud involvement, which involves billions of naira during his tenure. The EFCC accused Yahaya Bello of involvement in laundering around 80 to 110 billion naira. Figures vary slightly across reports, often cited. This includes claims of misappropriation of state funds, diverting money through proxies, including family members like nephew Ali Bello, and suspicious transactions such as loans repaid with local government funds or linked to contractors. The case has a dramatic history. Bello initially resisted EFCC invitation and arrest attempts in 2024. There were reports of his protection by state authorities, dramatic standoffs, and even a declaration as a fugitive by the EFCC at one point. After prolonged evasion, he eventually honored and went for an invitation, then was arraigned in the late 2024. That was around November. He pleaded not guilty and was remanded briefly in EFCC custody before court proceedings. A Federal Capital Territory High Court granted him bail through conditions, and exact details varied in different reports, and he has not been in continuous custody since then. As of this February 2026, the trial is ongoing in court. The case remains active before a judge, with the EFCC presenting witnesses and evidence. Recent court sessions have featured EFCC witnesses testifying on funds transfer, cash payments, loan repayment sources from Kogi local government, and other transactions allegedly linked to Bello or his associates.
Because if he had surrendered himself or submitted himself to that day, we wouldn't have declared him wanted. Do you know the implication of somebody being declared wanted? Usually we do quarter of a page, but because of his attitude, we had to do full page. I didn't mind losing my salary. He's been watch listed all over the world. He can only run. They said there's no law in this country that we are following. Let all of us declare that we are in state of pariah. Everybody go and do what they like. Like I said, I don't mind the outcome of this case, but the right thing must be done. If we don't see this case through, I won't have any moral right to accuse anybody of corruption in Nigeria.
Now, the EFCC chairman has publicly stated that Bello has been investigated, charged, and the matter is now in court for the judiciary to handle, emphasizing that his mandate is fulfilled by getting it to this stage. In summary, there is no fresh arrest of Yahaya Bello right now as to what is going on the internet. He is out of bail, actively facing trial with an ongoing witness testimonies and evidence presentation. The matter remains a high-profile corruption prosecution, but one that has moved from arrest drama to courtroom proceedings. Update could shift with any new court rulings as developments continue. But you know that these kind of things have been happening over and over and over and over again, and there is always usually one kind of conclusion to matters like this, especially for politicians who are in the APC supporting the sitting president Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is a high possibility that this case will just be adjourned, and they will just be pushing it forward until a point where Nigerians will not really, pay much attention to it anymore, and they will just strike out the case, maybe due to not enough evidence or anything. But that's the reality of Nigeria for you. So a man that loots this much and have caused so much damage to his state, worth billions of naira, is being tried. You understand? And there's nothing that can be done about it. But if a young guy on the street now steals someone's gari, they will hold that person and burn that person to death. This is the country we are in. See you on the next episode, guys.